With the frigid weather keeping many people inside, now's a good time for homeowners to start DIY projects that you've put off for far too long. And while it may seem like a daunting task, repairing scrapes and holes in your drywall is an easy project to tackle. Builder Ryan Thompson is here with some drywall repair tips. Good morning.
Thanks, Rick.
All right, what do you got for us?
So the first one we're going to start off on is a common one where people have nail holes, maybe little scrapes on their walls.
You're putting me to work this morning, too.
I am. We got some work ahead of us.
Okay.
So, the first thing is you see that nail hole there.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fill it in.
Okay.
And sometimes what happens is when you fill in a nail hole like that and you do like what you're doing and get it really smooth, sometimes the paper is sticking up. So even when you sand it down, the paper's still sticking up. So the technique that I like to use is actually using the back of your knife and just notching in where the hole is. So we've already notched it. We've already notched it in there a bit.
So you just give it a
yeah, give it a little notch so that then when you put your Drydex, which that's, it goes on pink, and then once it dries, it turns white.
White, yeah.
When you notch it, you get a nice smooth finish so that when you sand it down, you don't have the paper sticking up. Yeah. And it makes it a lot easier for you.
So the notch is much better than like trying to.
Exactly, because that can still show up even after you sand it down. You'll still have the imperfection.
Great tip.
Next one is if you have kind of larger size holes. This is a really cool product from DAPS called the Eclipse. And basically what it is like a giant sticker.
Okay.
Comes in different sizes, and so I'll show you here.
So if you're playing mini sticks hockey in the basement and someone rips a slapper into the drywall and you got a big hole, you're putting one of these on. Okay.
Yeah, and you just pop it on like this.
Yeah.
And then you just paint over it.
And you just paint over it?
You just paint over it. So I'll have you do one coat right now.
Okay.
Exactly, just like that.
My painting technique here.
It's pretty good. You want to make sure you use a good quality nap on your brush, and then, that's going to be your first coat. So once your first coat is done, it's going to look something like this, right? And so what we do is we actually just peel off the first layer like this, and then you're going to do another coat.
Okay. Coat number 2 over the now peeled sticker. Wow.
Right? And then sometimes you maybe want to do a third coat, but if not, this is what a second coat looks like for you right there.
Look at that.
And it blends right in.
The
so
sticker's
doing the layers,
intact?
it just helps blend it in.
And I just want to show the audience, like there is a legitimate hole on the other side that is still covered by the sticker. That's amazing. Yeah. And these come in all sorts of sizes.
Yeah, there's like 3 different sizes that they come in depending on the hole.
Right.
And so they're good for kind of those medium hole sizes.
Okay, excellent.
And now if we get into the bigger.
Okay.
The largest.
So now we're playing tackle football in the basement. Someone goes head first into the drywall.
Yeah, and there's a lot of different techniques for repairing drywall, especially larger holes. Yeah. But I'm going to show one that I like, which is, I think, pretty simple. Okay. So basically what you're going to do is get a scrap piece of drywall that is kind of similar in size to the hole you're repairing. Right. And then what you're going to do is actually score on the back. Leave about 1 inch to 2 inches on the back. You're going to score that. So you see this piece right here, I've actually scored it. So you pop it off like this, and this basically gives you your tape. Oh. And then you're just going to put some drywall compound in here. You're going to do it on all sides. Okay. I'll show you what that looks like. So it's going to look something like this, where you have your compound all around. And then you put it in the hole.
So now you're just like plug and play type thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta turn it.
And do you need like a lot of drywall compound?
Yeah, it's good to kind of overfill, because then what we would do is we'd take our knife and we'd actually take our knife and we push this all out. That's what gives it,
smooth it all out.
That's what gives it that sticking ability. So smooth it all out, use a knife, and then we could top it off with one final coat of Drydex to really just get the smooth surface. But what this does, it acts like tape. So sometimes when you repair drywall, you put a piece and then you actually have to tape or use mesh. Yeah. This kind of already does it for you, because we're using the built-in tape from the actual drywall.
So how big would you suggest going? Like what's the max size to do this kind of technique?
I would say like 1 feet by 1 feet is probably the max size that you want to do.
Anything bigger than just getting
anything bigger, you can still use the same technique, but you'd want to reinforce it with some screws. So you want to put wood blocking behind and actually put some screws in. Whereas with the hole like this size, you're good. Yeah.
And so when you are mudding and doing all that kind of stuff, how many coats do we need? 2, 3?
Yeah. So when we're mudding, the real rule of thumb is I say do it till it looks good. You can typically do it after 1, and then just make sure your sanding technique is proper and it's all smooth and you don't see any bows or bows, you should be good. So it doesn't have to be too extensive.
Great techniques, great tips, and good luck with your DIY projects. Ryan, thanks for the time this morning. More Morning Live coming up here on CHCH.